In that last video, we saw some code that truncated a table, or actually a set of tables, so that we'd have an empty table to fill up. Let's talk about that in more detail in this video. There are two basic ways you can load your tables. One is to flush out all the data and then fill it up again. The other one is to use incremental loading. And that's one of the first things you want to decide when you're working with an ETL project. So decide on what you want to do. Do you want to flush out the data and fill it up, or do you want to do incremental loading? And then choose whether or not you're going to use SQL code or an SSIS package. Now right now we're focused on using SQL coding to do our job. And then we'll be switching over to using SSIS a little later. Then you'd go through and program your logic and then load the data into the table. And keep repeating that until you get all the tables filled. Now just keep in mind that if you choose to flush and fill one table, it doesn't mean you have to do that with all the tables. But it is a very simple process. The techniques that you use to flush out tables or clear out tables, there are two. Delete from the table, that's what you see here, and truncate the table, that's what you see here. To truncate the table, though, you have to actually drop the foreign key constraints. It will not truncate the table with them in place. So after you truncate them, then you can put the foreign key constraints back on. An extra step, but the nice thing about truncation is it's very, very quick. It also, as indicated here, resets the auto number. The auto number feature on a table is the one that actually goes through and creates a numeric value for your columns. So it's very fast and very easy to do. It's just something you have to be aware of, that you have to drop the foreign key constraints first before you try to truncate. Otherwise you get an error message. You can see the code over here. This is using the pubs data warehouse. I can go through and delete the data. There was data in there, but now it's all gone. If I try to truncate, it gives me an error message saying that it can't be truncated because it's referenced by a foreign key constraint. So as mentioned, I have to drop it, then truncate it, then go ahead and put the foreign keys back on. Simple as that. So not very difficult. The difficult part is when you start getting into incremental loading, and we'll be looking at that in its own little module later on. But for right now, this is good enough to understand how you go ahead and work with the flush and fill technique. The deletion has the aspect of just being a little bit simpler, but I think you'll find truncation is probably a better choice in many occasions. That's all I can think about to say, so I'll let you guys get on to the next video.